My story is brief. Much of my life I don't remember. I was told by them that saw it that I dwelt once in the tombs. No man would have me in his dwelling. I was bound with chains which my raging strength would rend asunder. Often I cut myself with stones, and in the quiet nighttime hours my curdling screams would frighten babies in their mother's arms. None of that I remember. Only long ago, then at the end, just before Jesus healed me, gave me a new mind. I do have a clouded image of my child home, of a mother, timid, fearful, and of a father who struck and beat and shouted at us all, who chased away the shreds of peace that we'd gather in the hours that he was away feeding the swine, who brought into our household each evening great waves of sour fear. And I remember the hate. I mean, first fear, but then hate. Anger that boiled till even as a boy I could think of nothing but one night I'd take a knife to his throat, be done with him for good. That was not to be. One night he came home, found me drawing pictures in the dust. He stood still for a moment. Then he slashed his sandal through the pictures and thundered, "Why are you not gathering straw? Your hide shall learn its lesson." Even before I could breathe to answer, he set upon me. He threw me to the ground, and then he took his lash, which was fixed to a rod for swine, and he cut my face, and the blood blinded me in an instant. So I rolled over, and I could feel that heavy rod at my head at the back. And then I could feel that lash on my legs and on my back, and then another blow to my head. And all of a sudden, as its pain pierced deep, a strange, warm flowed around my skull to the brow. The wondrous light did shine 1,000 times. And I heard voices. That's the last I remember. Until one day there was a ship tied up along the shore. A stranger with a little band stepped from the ship. I think a few others joined them for another boat. I could see them very clearly from where they hid, and I watched them as they stood there beside the sea. And the stranger with a little band started up the path past where I hid. Well, 1,000 storms in sight wrenched me so. I mean, he came closer. My body racked this way and that. 1,000 voices cried out. I heard the voices say, "Son of God," and I fell down, and other words there were as well, but they're gone, except for 3. For into this great and violent thrashing of my body on the jagged rocks, the tearing of my flesh, and the wild screams that I knew somehow came from my own throat. There came 3 words: peace, be still. To this day, those are wondrous words. For at that moment I felt a great inner rending. I lay limp upon the rocks. And Jesus took my hand and he lifted me up. It was then that I realized that I was whole. I mean, somehow they were gone. I had a new mind. I had a new mind. I'm sorry. I begged him to let me go with him, just to kind of follow after him. But he just looked at me, and he smiled, and he said, "Go home to your family and friends. Tell them what great things the Lord has done for you." I think they'll listen now. I would love to tell you what I think of Jesus. Since I found in him a friend so strong and true. I would tell you how he changed my life. He did something that no other friend could do. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There is no other friend so kind. No one else could take my sin and my darkness from me. Oh, how much he cared for me. Every day he comes to me with new assurance. More and more, I understand his words of love. But I will never know just why he came to love me, till someday I see his blessed face above. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as he. No one else could take my sin and my darkness from me. Oh, how much he cares for